at FM 96.9. We make math, English, science, and more super fun with games, stories, and easy lessons. It's we'll love, learn, laugh, and get ahead for the week. Kiddies Lounge! Learn and play! Fun and learning! Every Saturday! Kiddies Lounge! Kiddies Lounge! Class on radio! Every Saturday, 8 to 9 a.m. Only on Oxygen FM 96.9. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through.
Right, it's 8 o'clock on Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. Good morning and welcome to Kiddies Lounge. It's another beautiful Saturday morning. This is the second Saturday in the month of August 2026. I'm glad you are awake this morning and you're healthy. Good morning and welcome to Kiddies Lounge. This is where we dive into the world of science. We look at interesting topic on science and we learn together. Welcome to Kiddies Lounge. I am OSENI or Latunde James. Together we are going to learn something interesting again this morning. If you are just joining us, this is how we do it every Saturday. That we go from 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. in the morning. Welcome to Kiddies Lounge. Good morning. Right, before we proceed into today's class, I would like us to quickly revise what we have learned last week. We like us to quickly go back to our last week topic. Last week we looked at something very interesting. We look at the topic matter, and we look at the meaning of matter. We look at the state of matter. We look at characteristics of each state of matter with their examples, and we look at the changes in matter. Yes, change of state in matter. So, and quickly we are going to look at all these things together. Last week we talked about matter, the meaning of matter, that matter is anything that has mass and occupies space, and it is made up of some indivisible particles called atoms. That is matter. They contain tiny particles called atom, and we say matter is anything that has mass and it occupies space. I told you that the mobile phone is a matter, your pen is a matter, even you yourself, you are a matter. So because you have mass and you can occupy a particular space, are you getting me now? So that is why we refer to you as what? Matter. And I told you as well that matter exists in 3 states. It exists in 3 states: solid state, the liquid state, and the gaseous state. So it exists in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. So, and I made you to understand that the fundamental difference between these 3 states of matter depends on the degree of movement of particles that they are made of. That is the difference between them. These 3 states of matter, it depends on the degree of movement of the particle they are made of. That is, we are talking about the intermolecular force of attraction between them. Are you getting me now? And I told you that when we are talking about solid, the intermolecular force of attraction in solid is very, very strong. So because of this, the particles of our solid, they vibrate about their axis. Are you getting me now? They are unable to move freely. So they are tightly packed. Are you getting me now? So then I told you as well that solid, they have definite shape. They have definite shape, and they have definite volume as well. Are you getting me now? They have definite shape and they have a definite volume. I told you that this solid we are talking about, the particles of solid, they vibrate about their axis. I've mentioned that they occupy they have definite shape, they have definite volume, then they have a very strong, or let's say maximum intermolecular force of attraction. Now let's move on to liquid. I told you that the liquid, the force of attraction between the molecule of liquids are weak compared to that of solid. The force of attraction between molecules of liquid are weak when we compare it to that of solid. Because of that, they have slight movement. That is why liquid can flow. That is why liquid can flow. And I told you last week that when we are talking about liquid, many people, what they quickly think of is water. Water is not the only liquid we have. Are you getting me now? So like other liquid, we have diesel, we have oil, we have some other liquid like that. Are you getting me now? So when we are talking about liquid, the force of attraction between the molecules of liquid are weak when we compare it to that of solid, and because of that, they have slight movement. You remember the molecules of solid, they vibrate about the axis. Are you getting me now? But this one, they have slight movement, and that is why liquids can flow. They have a definite volume. That is another characteristics. Liquid have definite volume, but not a definite shape. Are you getting me now? They have definite volume, but not a definite shape. They occupy this a shape of the container in which they are poured in. Are you getting me now? If you pour liquid inside a cylindrical container, it will be in form of that cylindrical form shape. Are you getting me now? If you pour it inside a rectangular container, it will still occupy. So they don't have a definite shape, but they take the shape of their container. Pardon. Then another one is a gaseous state. When we are talking about gas or gaseous state, as a result of the distance between the intermolecular force of gases, that is the intermolecular force of attraction between gases are very weak. The cohesive force between them are very negligible, and so they move randomly. They move in absadical manner. Yes, that is the better word to use. They move in an absadical manner. That is, they collide with each other. They move freely. Are you getting me now? Because the distance between the molecules of gases is far, so the intermolecular force of attraction is weak. Are you getting me now? So then another thing to consider there, gases have no definite shape and volume. they assume the shape of the containing vessel. So these are the characteristics of the state of matter, the gas, the liquid, and the solid. Likewise, we talk about the change of state of matter. We talk about solid change into liquid when you heat. Are you getting me now? Then when you continue eating, are you getting me? It changes to what? Gas. And you can cool it back. Are you getting me now? Through the very process, sublimation, and so on. Are you getting me? Because of time, we won't be able to deep dig into that. We have done that last week, so we just want to quickly revise that one. So let's stop here before we proceed into today's class. Please do yourself get your writing materials ready, sit comfortably, and when we come back, we are going to go into today's class. You're welcome back. This is Kiddies Lounge from Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is where we dive into the world of science together from 8 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m. Today we are moving on to another very interesting topic, and today the topic we are considering is the solar system. The solar system, that is the topic we are considering this morning. Please get your writing materials ready because we are going to learn something very interesting. The solar system. The first thing we want to look at the meaning of solar system. After looking at the meaning of solar system, we will look at the components of the solar system. After we have looked at the component of the solar system, we will look at the meaning of the satellite. The meaning of satellite. Then after that, we move on to characteristics of each planet. So let's move on to the meaning of solar system. When we are talking about the solar system, the solar system is made up of the sun, S-U-N, the sun, and the natural bodies that move around it. That is the short, simple definition for the solar system. The solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. Are you writing? Let me repeat. The solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. When we are talking about the solar system, the sun is at the center of the solar system. The sun is at the center. Is like a spherical ball. Are you getting me now? Standing at the center like this. Are you getting me? So then we now have some natural bodies that are revolving around the sun, that they are moving around the sun in a particular part. Are you getting me now? So the sun is at the center of the solar system, while natural bodies, they revolve around the sun. That is why we say the solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. Do you get that now? So that is what we call the solar system. Let me repeat the meaning of solar system for the last time. The solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that move around it. The sun is at the center of the solar system. Now let's quickly move on to the components of the solar system. when we are talking about a component of the solar system, we are talking about what comes together to make up the solar system. Are you getting me now? So the component of the solar system, and the first one is the sun. The sun is the major component. Are you getting me now? So the sun, it is the largest body in the solar system, standing as the godfather. Are you getting me now? It is the largest body in the solar system, standing at the middle, a big spherical ball. Are you getting me now? Standing at the middle. So the sun is the what? Is the first component. It is spherical in shape, big, standing at the center. Then the second component is the planet. Is the planet. These are bodies that move around the sun. I told you we have some natural bodies that move around the sun. These natural bodies are called the planets. Are you getting me now? So if you ask the meaning of planet, planets are natural bodies. Are you getting me now? That move around the sun. Then these bodies that move around the sun, they are 9 in number, though we have our scientists that are still working, and every day they are making discovery. But for now, I'm going to talk about the 9 planets. We have 9 planets that revolve around the sun. So they are Mercury. The first one is Mercury. Are you getting me? Second one is Venus. Then the third one is Earth. Then after Earth we have Mars. After Mars we have Jupiter. After Jupiter we have Saturn. After Saturn we have Uranus. After Uranus we have Neptune. Then after Neptune we have Pluto. So these are the 9 planets that revolve around the sun. Let me repeat. The 9 planets. The first one is Mercury. The second one is Venus. The third one is Earth. The fourth one is Mars. The fifth one is Jupiter. The sixth one is Saturn. The seventh one is Uranus. The eighth one is Neptune. While the ninth planet is Pluto. Just in case you need an acronym for that, let me give you a clue so that you won't forget. You can just say M for Mercury for Mr. Are you getting me now? Mercury will just be for Mr. V for Victor, that is Mr. Victor. E for it, that is Mr. Victor it. Then Mars for Moi Moi. Isn't that funny? So you say Mr. Victor eats Moi Moi. You see that? So that will help you not to forget. So Mr. Victor eats Moi Moi. Mr. stand for Mercury. Victor stand for Venus. It stand for Earth. Moi Moi stand for what? Mars. Then J, which is Jupiter. Jump. Then S, which is Saturn, stand for students. Then Uranus stand for urination. Neptune stand for never. And Pluto stand for pure. So you can now say Mr. Victor eats my mind. Jump students, urination never pour. Chai. Now so you have your acronym. That is, if you want to, you just you can just sing it out. That was how we were taught when we were in primary school. Then I could remember I would be busy singing Mr. Victor eats my jam student urination never pour. So All these, they are the 9 planets. That is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So let's look at the meaning of satellite. You know, I told you that the sun is the largest body in the component of the solar system. The sun is at the middle. Why the 9 planets, they move around it? Are you getting me now? Now you see all these 9 planets. Some of them, I didn't say all of them. Some of them, they have some small bodies that move around them as well. Are you getting me now? That is like, let me use it this way. It's like sun is having 9 policemen moving around. Are you getting me now? Then each of these policemen, some of them are now having another one that is moving around them. Are you getting me now? So let me now put it back. Like the sun is having 9 planets moving around it. Then some of these planets, they still have their own natural bodies that are moving around them. Some have 1, some have 2, some have up to 5, some have 9. Are you getting me now? So when we are talking about satellites are bodies that move around the planet, not the sun. Do you see the difference between satellite and the planet? Satellites are bodies that move around the planet. Do you get that? So now let's look at the characteristics of each planet. Characteristics of each planet. The first planet is what? Mercury. Good. When we are talking about Mercury, the way I gave the planet to you, I gave it in ascending order, the way according to their distance to the sun. Yeah. So when we are talking about Mercury, it is the smallest planet. It is the smallest planet in size. When we say comparing size now, Mercury is the smallest. Then talking about the distance, it is the closest planet to the sun. It is the closest planet to the sun. And you know, sun is hot in nature. It is made of burning galaxies. Are you getting me now? So it is hot. So the first one I told you, Mercury is the smallest planet. The second one, it is closest planet to the sun. Then the third one, it is the hottest planet, being the closest to the sun. What do you expect? Planet that is closer to the sun. So the temperature is going to be extremely high. You know that. So it is the hottest planet, being the closest to the sun. Then it contains no living thing because of its high temperature. So no life exists inside Mercury because of that high temperature. No life there. So to contain no living thing because of its high temperature. Then it has the shortest orbit around the sun. What do we mean by orbit around the sun? That is, it takes about 88 days to complete a revolution, to complete movement around the sun. So Mercury, it is the smallest planet. It is the closest planet to the sun. It is the hottest planet, being the closest to the sun. It contains no living things because of its high temperature. It has the shortest orbit around the sun. That is, it takes about 88 days to complete a revolution. Then I told you that it is the closest planet to the sun. Then let's look at the distance of the Mercury to the sun. The distance of Mercury to the sun is about 57 million. 57 billion rather. 57 billion 600. 57 million rather 600,000 kilometer. 57 million 600,000 kilometer. That is the distance of the Mercury to the sun. So, and you see, some of you will be like, what? 57,600,000 kilometers to the sun, and you call it the closest planet to the sun? Yes, Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, and the distance from the sun is about 57,600,000 kilometers to the sun. Then the last one, it has no satellites. That is, there is no body revolving around Mercury. So Mercury has no satellites. So I think I've mentioned like 7 characteristics of Mercury. So let me quickly recap that. The first one, it is the smallest planet. Second one, it is the closest planet to the sun. The third one, it is the hottest planet, being the closest to the sun. The fourth one, it contains no living thing because of its high temperature. Then the fifth one, it takes 88 days to complete a revolution. That is, it has the shortest orbit around the sun. Then number 6, its distance from the sun is about 57,600,000 kilometers. Then the last one, it has no satellite. Do you get that now? Now let's move on to the second one, which is Venus. Venus is the second planet. Let's look at the characteristics of Venus. Venus, this is the second closest planet to the sun. Are you writing? This is the second closest planet to the sun. You know, I told you that I arrange it in ascending order. This is the second closest planet to the sun. Venus, number 2, Venus, it contains no living thing like Mercury. Both of them, they are closer to the sun. And because of the extremely high temperature, so they are unable to take any life. They contain no living thing. Are you getting me now? Then 3, it is often referred to as Earth twin. It is often referred to as Earth twin. Why do we call Venus Earth twin? Because of their close proximity in size. That is, they have like almost the same size. Are you getting me now? They have almost the same mass and the same density. So because of that, Venus is referred to as Earth twin. Then another characteristic of Venus is that it takes about 225 days to complete a revolution. That is, before Venus could complete a revolution like that, it's going to be around 225 days. Then let's look at the distance of Venus to the sun. That is another characteristics. Its distance from the sun is about 107,200,000 kilometers. 107,200,000 kilometers. That is the distance of Venus to the sun. When you compare it to that of Mercury, you know, Mercury is 57,600,000 kilometers. So this Venus is the second closest planet to the sun. Then, like Mercury, it has no satellites as well. So it has no satellite as well. You can join us on social media pages. We're live on Facebook, Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. We're live on YouTube as well, Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. The way to join us. Now let's move on to the third planet. And the third planet is what? The Earth. The Earth. That is the planet we are in here. The Earth. So let's look at the characteristics of the Earth. The first one, Earth is the only planet where life exists. Earth is the only planet where life exists. Why? This is because Earth is the only planet that contains oxygen. This is the only planet that what? Contains oxygen and force of gravity. So Earth is the only planet where life exists. Number 2, it takes 365 days to complete a revolution. That is, it takes about 365 days to complete a revolution. Sometimes sleep year, you understand, 366 Abby. So, but normally it takes 365 days to complete a revolution. Then let's look at the distance of the Earth to the Sun. The distance from the Sun is about 148,800,000 kilometers. The distance of Earth away from the Sun is about 148,800,000 kilometers away from the Sun. So if you consider it now, you see that Mercury is the closest, followed by Venus, then Earth is the third planet, which is closer to the Sun. Then the last one on that characteristics of the Earth, it has one natural satellite known as the Moon. So Earth has one satellite, one natural body that moves around it. Are you getting me now? And the natural body, the satellite, is the Moon. Are you getting me now? So let's look at another planet, Mars. After Earth is what? Mars. Let's look at the characteristics of Mars. The first one, this planet is believed to have the possibility of supporting some plant life. Yes, Mars is believed to have the possibility of supporting some plant life. Then let's look at the evolution. It takes 687 days for Mars to complete a revolution. It takes 687 days to complete a revolution. Then number 3, let's look at the distance of Mars from the Sun. The distance of Mars from the Sun, it is about 227,200,000 kilometers. Its distance from the Sun, the distance of Mars from the Sun, is about 227,200,000 kilometers. Then another characteristics, which is number 4, Mars has 2 satellites. Mars has 2 satellites. Then let's look at another planet. I hope you are following me. Another planet is Jupiter, the Jupiter. When we are talking about the Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Mind you, I said something earlier that the sun is the largest body. But yeah, I'm not saying Jupiter is the largest body. No, I'm saying Jupiter is the largest planet. Aha, so please don't mix it up. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. That is, of all the 9 planets, Jupiter is the largest. Are you getting me now? So the first characteristics of Jupiter, this is the largest planet in the solar system. Then let's look at another one. It takes Jupiter about 11.9 years. 11.9 years to complete a revolution. If you look at all other planets, their revolution is about like few years. Are you getting me now? Like years. But when we are talking about, like days, rather, like days. But when we are talking about this Jupiter, it takes Jupiter about 11.9 years. 11.9 years before a complete revolution, before it could complete a movement around the sun. Then the distance of this sun, the distance from the sun, that is the distance between Jupiter and the sun, is about 772,800,000 kilometers. The distance between the sun and Jupiter is about 772,800,000 kilometers. Then the last one about the Jupiter, it has 12 satellites. That is, it has 12 bodies moving around it. So Jupiter has 12 satellites. Then another one about the Jupiter, its surface contains gases such as hydrogen and methane with light and dark band. Its surface contains gases such as hydrogen and methane with light and dark bands. Now let's look at Saturn. Let's look at Saturn, which is the sixth planet. Saturn is the second largest planet. Saturn is the second largest planet after Jupiter. Another planet, second largest planet, is Saturn. Then another one, it has 3 rings around it. When we are talking about these 3 rings, that is, it is surrounded by a massive disc of billions of pieces of ice, rocky debris, and dust that orbits its equator. That is, these 3 things are revolving around the equator, around the Saturn. So it has 3 rings around it. Then let's look at the day of revolution. It takes Saturn 29.5 years to complete a revolution. It takes 29.5 years to complete a revolution. Then you look at that one, that is even much higher than that of Jupiter. You see, that is, as they are getting further away from the sun, the day of our revolution is going to be longer. Are you getting me now? Now then, let's look at the distance from the sun. The distance of Saturn from the sun is about 1,417,600,000 kilometers. Let me repeat that. The distance of Saturn from the sun is about 1,417,600,000 kilometers. That is the distance between the sun and Saturn. Then let's look at the last one under Saturn. Saturn has 9 satellites. It has 9 satellites. That is, it has 9 bodies moving around it. Then let's look at another planet, and that is Uranus. When we are talking about Uranus, all other planets, before I talk about Uranus, all other planets, they revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. Yes, they revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction. That is from right to the left. Are you getting me now? All other planets, they revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction from right to the left. Now let's come to Uranus. The first characteristics of Uranus is that it is the only planet that revolves around the sun in a clockwise direction, that is moving from left to the right. So the first characteristics of Uranus is that it is the only planet that revolves around the sun in clockwise direction. Another characteristics, it takes Uranus 84 years to complete its revolution. It takes Uranus 84 years to complete its revolution. Then let's look at the distance. That is another characteristic, the distance of Uranus from the sun. It has a distance of about 2,854,400,000 kilometers away from the sun. That is the distance. It is about 2,854,400,000 kilometers away from the sun. That is the distance of Uranus from the sun. Then lastly, on Uranus, it has 5 satellites. It has 5 satellites. That is, it has 5 satellites moving around it. 5 bodies moving around it. Let's quickly go back on a break. When we come back, so we look at the last 2, which is Neptune and Pluto.
Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.
Alright, welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Kiddies Lounge on Oxygen 96.9 FM Ibadan. And the topic we have been treating today is the solar system. And we are on characteristics of each planet. We have talked about the characteristics of Mercury, Venus, its mass, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Now we want to quickly look at the characteristics of Neptune and Pluto before we round it up. Okay, let's look at Neptune. The first characteristic: this planet is very cold because of its distance from the sun. So this planet is far from the sun, and because of that it's very cold. It's very cold. That is the first one. Then number two, it takes about 164.8 years to complete a revolution, to complete a movement around the sun. It takes about 164.8 years to complete a revolution. Then the distance of the Neptune from the sun is about 4,468,800,000 kilometers. See, that is far. That is far. 4,468,800,000 kilometers away from the sun. That is far. Then the last one on that, Neptune, it has two satellites. It has two satellites. Let me quickly go to the last planet before I open the phone lines, and that is Pluto. Pluto is the last planet. This is the farthest planet from the sun. Farthest planet from the sun. And it is the coldest planet. Being the farthest planet from the sun, so it is the coldest planet. Then it has the longest orbit around the sun. It takes the longest year to complete its revolution. That is, it takes about 247.7 years to complete a revolution. It takes about 247.7 years to complete a revolution. That is much, about 2.5 centuries. Yeah, so that's much. It takes about 247.7 years to complete a revolution. Then let's look at the distance. The distance from the sun is about 5,850,000,000 kilometers from the sun. That distance is much. 5,850,000,000 kilometers away from the sun. That is the distance. Then Pluto, it has no satellite. It has no satellite. So these are the characteristics of all these 9 planets. We have few minutes left. Let's quickly open the phone line 07047003969, or you can call 07047002969 to be part of the show. 07047003969, 07047002969. Hello, good morning. Hello, that network is fluctuating. Please do call us back. 07047003969 or 07047002969. Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
My name is Daniel. I'm 30 years old in SS1.
Daniel what?
Olarinde.
Olarinde Daniel. 13 years in SS1. Are you ready for today's
I
class?
won last week and you have not done anything about it, sir.
I ask you to download the Smart Edu app
I've downloaded it, sir.
and you are unable to log in.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to get to you and put you through how to get to the app. You have free access to the app. Don't worry. After the show, I will call you. Thank you.
Sir?
After the program, I will call you and put you through how to do it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So I want to answer a question.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. Which planet is the largest planet of all the 9 planets?
Jupiter.
Jupiter is the largest planet of all the planets. Thank you. And what is the distance of Jupiter from the sun? The
The
distance.
distance is 772,800,000 kilometers.
Kilometer. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Daniel. 070-4700-3969. Let's pick one more call before we call it a day on the show today. 070-4700-3969 or 070-4700-2969. Hello? Oh, we lost that call. Hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
What is your name and where you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Modu.
Emmanuel what?
Olarinde.
Olarinde Emmanuel. Please do turn down the volume of your radio. Are you ready for today's question?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is solar system?
Sir?
What is solar system?
The solar system is made up of the sun and the natural bodies that moves around it.
All right. Mention the 9 natural bodies that move around the sun.
Mercury,
Venus,
Earth,
Earth,
Mars,
Mars,
Jupiter,
Saturn,
Uranus,
Neptune,
and
and Pluto. Thank you. The only planets that support. Thank you for joining us. So please do download the Smart Edu app and we are going to log you in right here from our end. So you'll be able to learn freely from the app. Thank you for joining us. All right, thank you for joining us on the program this morning. Thank you for joining us. Until next week, please. Until next week, we meet on the show again. Make sure you keep learning, and this is holiday period. Please don't play away your time. Please take your book, read, study, and prepare yourself ahead of the next section as you are going into the next class. Are you getting me now? So don't just play with your time. Make use of your time during this holiday time judiciously. Are you getting me now? So thank you for joining us this morning. Until next week, please stay safe. Good morning.
Your community.